Now on Talking Solutions, there are advertisements running all the time right now talking about tax preparation. You can get those and you can spend money, or maybe you can get it done with no fee attached at all. That's why Pat Smith is with us. We're talking about the Nevada Free Tax Coalition. Welcome to the studio.
Thank you very much for having me.
Well, this is important stuff. I don't want to discourage anybody from going to any of those services. Certainly, those are businesses. They need to make money. But a lot of people here in Southern Nevada do not have to pay to get their taxes prepared.
That's correct. Our program is geared for the low to moderate income taxpayer. That's $58,000 or less. So there's a huge population that doesn't have to pay to get their taxes done.
Most of the people I know are in that category.
Yes, and everyone will tell you that's my passion. Whenever you're talking to me, somewhere in our conversation, I get to slide in there that I know you know someone who can qualify for this program. It's still very shocking because the VITA program, the Volunteer Income Tax Assistance Program, which the Nevada Free Tax Coalition administers, VITA's been around for 50 years.
Sure, I've heard of that long ago.
It's a nationwide program, and it's amazing to me that a lot of folks still haven't heard about it. But we're real excited. We're getting ready to go into tax season. We have recruited our volunteers. The volunteers are IRS certified to be able to do their taxes for them. Tax season is opening January 21st, and we're going to have 21 sites around town: Las Vegas, North Las Vegas, Henderson. We're even going out to Pahrump.
All over Clark County.
That's right. That's what we're trying to do, help folks all throughout Clark County.
Pat Smith is with us talking about the Nevada Free Taxes Coalition. We're gearing up for tax season. So you have the volunteers that you need, or are you always looking for more?
We are always looking for volunteers, definitely.
And you're looking for people who already are acquainted with IRS issues?
Not necessarily. We can take someone who has had no prior background in tax preparation. We're going to give them the basics. We're going to train them, and we're going to get them IRS certified. And then we'll help them get attached to a VITA site so they'll be able to actually help the community.
So if you want to volunteer and get to be part of the VITA tax program, you can still do that. And people with $58,000 or less in income could be getting their taxes done for free. That is a lot of people.
That is correct.
What do they do to get involved in the VITA program and get their taxes done free of charge?
They can contact 211, give them their zip code, and 211 will actually tell them about a VITA site that's close to them. They can also go to our website, nvfreetaxes.org. We've got a flyer there which tells you what it is that you need to bring, what it is that we can do and we can't do, because we're doing basic returns. We're not doing business returns. We do personal returns. But we could do, for instance, if it was a sole proprietor, something simple, a simple Schedule C. So definitely just locate a VITA site and you'll be able to get all the information that you need.
Do you set up an appointment?
Well, it depends. There's 21 sites around town. There's some sites where you would need to set up an appointment. And if you go to our website and look at all the sites, it gives you all the information you need. If it's an appointment site, it will give you when they're doing appointments, and it will give you a phone number to contact. If it's a walk-in site, for instance, you can just walk in and get your taxes done. It's still going to tell you when that site is operating so that you'll know when you can go and get your taxes done.
I would also think, Pat, that dealing with tax season and taking advantage of this free service to get my taxes prepared, the sooner the better.
Most definitely. These sites, needless to say, they fill up fast, but we're constantly opening new locations. This year, for instance, we opened a new location at a VFW in North Las Vegas. We're opening a new location at the Clark County Law Library downtown. So you can find a VITA site close to you wherever you are.
A lot of people I know stress out when it comes to even thinking about doing their taxes. It's scary for some people. So to be able to get this kind of help free of charge from people who know what they're talking about.
We want to make sure that your return is done accurately. We want to make sure that you get all the credits that you're entitled to. And we also want to do it in such a way that is not intimidating. So chances are, if you go to a VITA site, you're going to find that it's very relaxing. We're having fun because the volunteers are there because they want to help. And so therefore, most of our folks that come in, they usually end up having a good time getting their taxes done, which is a lot different.
Good time and taxes, those aren't supposed to be in the same sentence.
Last year, at the end of the tax season, we did a taxathon. So we did 12 hours of taxes. I saw a guy that we did his taxes about 10 o'clock. And at 1 o'clock, he was still there. I thought, oh my goodness, have we forgot something? I went out and I asked him, are you okay? And he says, yes, I'm just enjoying the music. He had just been hanging out with us for a couple of hours.
So you had like a DJ thing going on.
We try to make sure that you're having fun because this is a stressful time. We want to make sure that it's done correctly. That's why all of our volunteers are IRS certified. We also want to make sure that everything is done correctly and it's going to be in a non-intimidating way.
Pat, since you're the one here talking to us about the Nevada Free Tax Coalition and the VITA tax program, what's your background that makes you want to do this?
I spent 25 years in banking, actually, and I started off as a VITA volunteer. The VITA program, which had previously been administered by the United Way. United Way exited the program about 4 years ago, and we needed to establish a nonprofit organization to administer the program. And silly me, I thought, well, how hard could it be? And I've learned. But I have had so much fun. I get to surround myself with people who want to help and surround myself with people who are getting help. So needless to say, my day is wonderful. A win-win everywhere I go.
I would imagine you've spent way more time than you ever thought you would spend as far as volunteering to help in this area. But it's good times.
It's good times.
So the time flies.
Yes.
Well, and the time's going to fly for us to all get our taxes done. I know it sounds like it's early in the year, but it's time to start thinking about it.
When you think about it, the tax season starts January 21st, ends April 15th. That gives you 13 weeks. The sooner you get it done, the better, because that's one less thing that you have to worry about.
Man, the minute that I start getting those W-2 forms, I go, I should probably move on this. Because you're right, the time does go so quickly.
Yeah, and a lot of people have a tendency to procrastinate. And you don't want to get into the, okay, now I've got to wait a couple of hours because of the fact that the VITA sites are full. The earlier you get it done, the better.
And the more available that free help is.
That's correct.
You can find some help free of charge. Get on it. It seems like every year I meet up with somebody around the tax deadline, April 15th. They go, I'm just going to do an extension. That's all well and good, but if you owe, you still have to pay the money.
That's what a lot of folks don't understand when they say that they're filing an extension. That is an extension to file. It is not an extension to pay. So if you end up owing, then you're going to have to pay a penalty for not paying on time, and you're going to pay interest on that. And the longer it takes you to pay that, the more that it's going to cost you.
Well, it doesn't have to be that stressful. It doesn't have to be painful. You can start out by getting your taxes done free of charge if your income is under $58,000. You know, one of the things we do as part of Talking Solutions, we always ask, what can we do to help you?
Help spread the word. I'm told that there is approximately 325,000 individuals, families, students, etc. that qualify for this service here in Clark County. Last year, we did approximately 8,000 returns. So we've got a long way to go so far as being able to help additional folks. Any way that we can help to get that word out and help spread the word, that's what we're looking for.
That's what I'm here to do, get the word out.
Yes.
Have the links and everything on the Talking Solutions Facebook page, along with the podcast of our discussion today. Pat, when I first saw the press release talking about VITA gearing up and the Nevada Free Tax Coalition, your whole group, the fact that you were training volunteers, wasn't there also some kind of a tax awareness day at the end of January?
We're having our Earned Income Tax Credit Awareness Day, January 25th at Nevada Partners, 710 West Lake Mead Boulevard in North Las Vegas. It's from 9 to 11 o'clock. Love to have some folks come out if you want to learn more about VITA, learn more about the NFTC and how you can volunteer. We'd love to see you.
More free help.
Yes.
I love it when you mention free. I think everybody does. But there are a lot of people here in Southern Nevada who did not take advantage of something that they could have gotten for free.
The more complicated it gets, the more it's going to cost you. That's money you can keep in your pocket. That's money that's going to stay in our community.
It's very informational. I am so glad that you came to visit us. If anybody wants to volunteer to be part of the VITA Tax Assistance Program, they still can get involved. But more than that, there are thousands upon thousands of people here in Southern Nevada who could get their taxes done for free.
That's right, and we want to help them.
Free. My favorite four-letter word. Free. Pat Smith from the Nevada Free Tax Coalition. Thank you so much for joining us today on Talking Solutions.
Thank you for having me.